Um, and they're going to be hosting the Tennessee Volunteers with the aerial attack, led by Hendon Hooker. Hendon Hooker, one of the two top quarterbacks in passing yardage. What's Miami got to do to slow down the passing attack of the Volunteers?
Yeah, you said it exactly that. On both sides, you have two of the top two quarterbacks as far as the air yardage goes. But I think it's real simple, right? I think it's doing dabs at defensive end. He needs to get pressure. He's top five in the nation with 9 sacks on the year. If they can get to Hendon Hooker, they're going to immediately shut down an entire system of Tennessee air raid offense. And I think that's going to be the key factor, that O line versus Miami's pass rush.
Definitely the matchup to watch. And in order to keep the defense of the Hurricanes guessing, they're going to have to hand the ball off to Jabari Small. Jamari Small, the starting tailback for the Volunteers, if he get cooking a little bit early, takes a lot of pressure off of the passing game, and maybe gets the Hurricanes in some situations where they're guessing wrong defensively. But here is the kick. I'm sorry, the toss. Tennessee chooses heads. They're gonna elect to kick. No wind, of course, here. And so we're going to see that Miami defense a little bit later, as Tennessee's defense is going to start out with a kick, and they definitely try to stop the run, and they're probably going to see from Klink 4 down lineman look, stop the run, and so it's going to be all on Van Dyke, and perhaps Chaney to see if he could get anything going in the run game.
Yeah, and that's exactly it. Cheney's is that X factor that kind of goes under the radar because of how efficient Van Dyke is. So it's interesting to see how they're going to try to slow down that ground game.
Yeah, right away we're going to see Van Dyke. Van Dyke, I think number 2 in overall passing yards. This looks like a great kick from McGrath. This might not be returnable. It's kicked all the way back in the back of the end zone there, and it's going to be a touchback starting off at the 25 here. Sellout crowd. They're really rocking and making a lot of noise here.
Yeah, it's been a while since Miami's gotten a great crowd like this, and Coach Revamp has brought in a whole new energy here, so I'm excited.
Who's Miami's primary target?
Yeah, that's the beautiful thing about what Revamp does is he really mixes it up. Will Mallory is efficiently their best receiver all around, but Revamp does a good job of making sure that TVD is throwing it to everybody. I personally think Cheney's his best target, and we're gonna see that.
Yeah, and then got to keep eyes out for Restrepo and then Gucci LaFleur out there on the far left flank. It's going to be a shotgun halfback screen pass here, and that's going to be a fumble on the first play.
Wow.
Started the mower up on the first play. One coach is standing, one coach is slumped in his chair. What'd you see on that play, Danny?
Look, just an absolute great call by the defensive coordinator. They stayed home. They tried to catch him off guard on the screen, and just perfect strip there. And we have a completely different ball game starting off.
Rocky Top already getting played here on the first play from scrimmage. Going to set up shop here at the 20-yard line. You got trips right. Hooker from under center drops back 5. Nice pass protection there by the left tackle. Picked up that blitzing guy from the outside and hits his target in the hands, but it drops incomplete.
George, we just saw Hendon Hooker and Coach Klink go under center for their first play of the game. An incredible play there by that corner, by the way.
Looked like Small might have been leaking out of the flat there by himself. We got a 4 wide out balance look right here, right about the right hash. Hooker's back, shotgun. Has the time to pass, and he's going to deliver it to Holiday. Jimmy Holiday for a 20-yard post route.
Yeah, just incredible there. Hendon Hooker, you can only throw the perfect pass, and that's exactly what he did. Touchdown Tennessee. Huge turn of events here in the first 12 seconds of the game.
Yeah, defender looked like he had that inside leverage, but he just smoked the ball right past the ear hole. And after the quick turnover, only one play out of the Miami offense, Tennessee is up 7 with only 12 ticks taken off of the clock. This is a hell of an opening to this game.
Yeah, George, they kicked it off first, so that means they're going to get it in the second half. It didn't even matter. The turnover is a huge factor right there.
That's right, Jimmy Singit. Jimmy, two blunts in chat. He's got a game later tonight, folks. Oh, and we're going to take it out of the end zone about 6 yards deep. And we got number 8 wiggling his way down past the 30, up to the 35, making more men miss up to the 40, the 45-yard line. That's a 50-yard return by, yes, Gucci LaFleur. Not only the starting, go ahead.
Oh, George, that was just absolutely sickening stick moves, George. That was just amazing.
Really weaved his way through a lot of traffic, earned every yard on that one. The starting wide receiver, the star wide receiver for the Miami Hurricanes, setting up his offensive squad, much better field position than they had on their first possession. Maybe looking to be a little bit more aggressive with this position here. That halfback screen is definitely a featured play from the Miami Hurricanes, but the way it was defended the first time, we'll see when it gets called again.
Exactly, and it's interesting to see how they're going to react after that turnover.
4 down lineman look against 7 on the line, including 2 tight ends. It's a counter run. Chaney's going to find some weakness over there on the right side, and he's going to pick up 9.
Yeah, that's a staple, and as they're going to go hurry up here, that counter, keep watching it from Revamp.
4-3 look here from the Volunteers. Same play, this time tackled for a loss, so now it's a quick 3rd down.
Yeah, that big Tennessee defensive line is only getting better with the recruits that Coach Klink is bringing in. But right there, they did a good job forcing an early 3rd down. We're going to see what Tyler Van Dyke's going to do here because, just the last time he threw the ball, there was a turnover. So we're going to see where their mind's at.
Saw a lot of wideouts in the first couple of plays by the Hurricanes, but now we got a little bit more traditional pro set here. Got a tight end and a fullback on the field. Under center this time, Van Dyke drops back. A 3 quick step drop. And he's going to deliver it to Gucci LaFleur. And Gucci LaFleur is going to drop that one. Looked like the timing route had been defended well.
Yeah, an excellent throw. Scary at first, but just an incredible play by that defensive back. We've already seen both teams have corners punching out that ball. So it's kind of impressive to see how the defense is ready to play.
Hey, appreciate that rate of 10. Always KD. Hope everybody's doing well. You're just in time for this matchup. We're right here in the middle of kind of no man's land. Too far for a field goal. Maybe 4th and 3. A lot of tight formation here. 4 wides tight. And he's going to pick up just enough to get that. Gucci LaFleur, who had the tremendous kickoff return, but the dropped pass is true on that one. Strong hands on that one, picking up a 1st down.
Yeah, a bit scary there, and that's kind of what we're seeing, right? Tyler Van Dyke, he threw it behind him. If he gets it in front, you've already stated Gucci LaFleur is one of their best players, if not the most electrifying player. If you throw it ahead of him, you let him run out there. He's still running. He's probably getting 20, 30 more yards.
Yeah, I've seen him have breakout games of 200-plus yards. He's definitely a feature of this offense. But traditional pro set here, offset eye, tight end from the right hash. 3-step drop, out route, and he's just going to race down the sidelines. Number 5, Keyshawn Smith with a 44-yard TD reception. But look at the rack yardage on that one.
Yeah, that is exactly what we wanted right there. He threw it in front of him, let the receiver catch it and run, and you see what happens.
Yeah, safety couldn't get over there to help in time. Corner kind of on an island right there. Not bad position, but what a great ball by Tyler Van Dyke, one of the top quarterbacks in the NWO.
Yeah, this is exactly why I chose to call this game right here with you. 2 great quarterbacks. You on the mic, I'm loving it.
So we're all tied now. That was Miami's 2nd possession. Their 1st possession was a turnover, and Tennessee had a quick score on a strike from Hendon Hooker. Hendon Hooker, number 1 in passing yardage in the nation. So we're going to see a second look from him this time. This time they've got to go 75 yards to be able to duplicate the 7 points that they had on their first possession. But Tennessee's definitely capable of doing it with their aerial attack. Some of the wide receivers for Tennessee are sprinters type speed. We're going to see 4 of them all wides right here. Hooker dropping back 7 deep. And that's going to be an INT. The Miami Hurricanes have now balanced off the turnover differential to 0.
Yeah, you wait too long on those man-to-man routes, you're gonna end up throwing an interception. And right there, Hendon Hooker wasn't paying attention to the corner. He broke open early, but just incredible defensive playability right there.
And the length of the defender might have been the difference in that one. He didn't have to jump for that one. He just outstretched those arms, and that big frame was able to intercept the pass. And they're going to get the ball for their third possession now inside the 50-yard line of Tennessee. Tennessee with 4 down linemen, trips right. You're going to see the counter to the left here. That's Donald Chaney in the backfield. Makes a move on the first defender. Third and fourth defender able to bring him down, but good pickup first down.
Yeah, you got to have an extra defensive player on the outside when it comes to revamping this running game.
Yeah, and they're going to keep the no-huddle pressure going. We got trips to the right again, although Van Dyke is changing something. The defense is dropping back a little bit further with that deep safety there. Donald Chaney on his left hip once again, making a couple more adjustments, getting it all lined up. And Donald Chaney takes that counter run, showing explosive speed. Picks up 8. Tried to put that back to the inside and got pummeled.
Yeah, that's the counter play that we're going to see. They love it. They really enjoy it there. You know, you don't want to see your star player taking smacks like that, but at least Tennessee is showing that they're ready to play. They're excited for this game, and that they're not going to back down.
Sorry about those audio issues there, folks. Players are lined up back on the field here. And there's a big blitz from the Tennessee Volunteers. And that halfback screen route is going to beat the blitz and get it all the way down to the 12-yard line, maybe the 11. Donald Chaney working out of the backfield here. Big first down.
Always good to see a coach go back to a screen after a negative screen earlier. So good to see there.
From the right hash this time, still with the no huddle. Not gotten a break at all here. We got the slot receiver moving from the left to the right. Now there's trips over there. This might be a counter again. Still testing that left side, and there's just too many bodies there. They're probably going to go back to the huddle on this one.
Yeah, you see exactly Tennessee swarming to the ball. Great play there by that defense.
Yeah, and Donald Chaney got up a little bit slow on that one. He doesn't have any sort of injury history, but he touched the ball so many times consecutively right there that he's probably going to need a breather.
Yeah, it's really tough. You know, when you're a running back, they absolutely love playing for Coach Revamp for that reason. You're going to get a lot of touches.
So we're kind of back in the center of the field right here. Got more of a pro set under center here. Van Dyke surveys the field, hits the halfback angle route. That might have been the fullback, Al Pimpchino. Gain of 11 brings it to 3rd and 1.
Yeah, one of the crowd favorites here in Miami, Pimpchino. What a great job holding on to that ball. Makes this third down way more manageable with only a yard to gain.
Van Dyke finding the pass pro that he needed there to be able to deliver that to Pimpchino. It didn't develop right away, but he was able to survey the field with just enough time and deliver the ball on target. Pimpchino listed as a tight end. You see him right there lined up as a fullback. He's going to get the lead block, and it's a beautiful block. And with Donald Chaney back in the game now, folks, he scores on a 3-yard TD run, taking Miami up by 6 momentarily, barring the extra point. Missed, they'll be up by 7.
Yeah, you can't get outflanked by a power set. And right there, it's exactly what Tennessee caught themselves in. Difficult call there by the defense, and you get outnumbered. Just an easy run to the outside.
And that possession was set up by the Miami Hurricanes defense when they intercepted the ball from Hendon Hooker, who already has a touchdown pass in this game. So he's had a lot of time on the sideline to think about it and regroup. And let's see what they come up with now Tennessee's third offensive possession of this early football game. So much has transpired. 21 points already on the board with still 3:31 left to play in the first quarter.
Yeah, and that's the big thing, right? It feels like Tennessee is a hit or miss type offense, and the miss is sometimes a big miss if it's a turnover. You'd like to see them take care of the ball a little bit more, but that's the key factor. If they can protect the ball, they are scary dangerous.
Deep into the bag on this one. Only about 10 seconds left on the play clock. Couple more adjustments being made out of the huddle. Hendon Hooker dropping back to pass. Has enough time to pass. Finds McCoy, but McCoy is hit as soon as he attempts to catch the ball, and that's going to jar the ball loose, and it's going to be incomplete 2nd and 10.
Yeah, everybody knows about the speed that they have at the receiver, but Brew McCoy is that big-bodied receiver that every quarterback loves, and Coach Klink makes sure Hendon Hooker tries to feed him the ball. Unfortunately, right there, just didn't come up with it.
Miami's defensive backfield closing quickly on a couple of these plays, including the turnover in that play that you saw right there. It is an empty set, shotgun right here. Hendon Hooker, time to pass, breaks the pocket, tries to run up the gut, only picks up 1. That's going to lead to 3rd and 9.
Yeah, great job there. That's the D-line that we've been seeing. Spector does a good job getting off his block and dragging him down, making sure that there wasn't a big play.
Yeah, Hendon Hooker is athletic enough that when he gets going out of the pocket, he can make the teams pay if you don't spy him with a QB spy, but not able to really break away from the defensive line on that one. 3 down linemen look here as we're in shotgun once again, trips to the right, almost on the left hash here. And it's a quick 3-step drop. Now 2 more, and he's going to find Hyatt over the middle, and he is sure-handed for that 17-yard reception for a 1st down.
Yeah, he's in the slot. You better find out, and you better make sure you got someone on him. Just an incredible throw. Gutsy throw by Hendon Hooker, but really impressive.
Yeah, there was defenders in the area, but he pinpointed that one. And Hyatt, first time that we've been able to see when the Tennessee Volunteer receivers come down with the ball and hold it through contact. Good play on that one. We're all the way on the left hatch this time. Tillman to the left and 3 wideouts to the right. Hyatt in the right slot. We're going to see an adjustment right here. 7 seconds on the play clock. He snaps it. Hooker's breaking far right, being trailed by the user defender. And we see a drop pass right there. Hit the receiver in the hands, did it not?
Yeah, I don't know how he redirected, because he redirected and then he did it again. I don't know what happened. DB didn't see the ball, expected the quarterback to go down, and it was about to be a huge play, and it just simply dropped. You know, Coach Klink just absolutely gutted on that one.
Yeah, it looked like nobody wanted the ball on that one there. Hooker from the left hash this time. 4 wides once again. Small hasn't gotten a lot of work today. Hendon Hooker surveying the field, finds McCoy, and McCoy's able to hold on to this one. Brew McCoy, you called his name earlier. That one good for 7.
Yeah, that was a tough catch in traffic. Caught it, went down, making this 3rd down a little bit easier for the Tennessee offense. And this is a big one. This kind of feels like a really crucial drive.
Yeah, 3rd and 3 right here, just about midfield. You can cross over the 50 if you're able to pick up this 1st down. This is right around the territory where Miami went for it on 4th down, got it, and then scored later. And they're going to deliver a deep ball to Hyatt, and Hyatt's going to outrun the defense, hurdle his way into the end zone for a 51-yard TD bomb, taking the
George,
top off of the
you
defense.
said it. Exactly. You said it. Track runners, track speed, and that's exactly what we saw there. Beautiful throw.
And that only happens 51 yards downfield if you have the pass throw for it. What does Miami have to do to prevent that from happening again?
Yeah, that's a tough one right there, right? It's a difficult situation. You had them exactly where you want them, but they got to win their one-on-ones on these edges. And right now, we're seeing the Tennessee tackles play tremendous right now.
Yeah, picked up the pass rush really well right there, giving Hooker enough time to bomb it deep to his all-galaxy wide receiver, Jalen Hyatt. And a great kick again from the Tennessee kicker, and that's not going to be returnable. Crowd a little bit disappointed. They wanted to see Gucci LaFleur with another big return like he had that 51-yarder earlier today. But they're going to have to set up shop at the 25 right here with just under 2 minutes to play in the first, and we've already got 28 points. Complete track meet so far, Danny.
Yeah, both quarterbacks are all world talent, and that's exactly what we're going to see. That's what we've been talking about this whole time. And right now we're seeing 2 teams. After those turnovers, they've just even keeled it, so it's really interesting to see how it's going to keep going.
Yeah, and it's going to be a lot of pressure on these defenses to come up with more turnovers. Both teams have already forced one. One was a fumble by Tennessee. Tennessee forced a fumble defensively, and then the Hurricanes were able to pick one out of the sky from Hendon Hooker. Van Dyke with a pump fake, one-on-one matchup right there. Flowers needs to catch that. His coach is beside himself. Revamp TV throwing his hands up in disgust as well. Nobody wanted the ball there.
Yeah, that's tough. You know, he had him a little bit early, but he should have just completely let him. And unfortunately, TVD right there just short-armed it, and the dropped interception was the biggest one.
Yeah, do you like the play call right there, going one-on-one with that safety?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, you got a really good quarterback for a reason. You got athletes out there. You have to test them. Let them know you're not scared.
Yeah. 2nd and 10 right here. Very aggressive first play call. Got a bunch set right here. Bunch to the right. Under center, though. You got Donald Chaney deep in the backfield. Single back. Just enough pass protection. Lets one go. Got the step back cheese. And we're going to step back and spin out of bounds by ourselves. Slim Thug. Maybe could have had more on that, but nice play to bring that down for 21.
Yeah, would have definitely had more than that right there. Just got a little bit too trigger happy. You know, sometimes you're out in the open. A lot of athletes are really uncomfortable in the open field. But that was about to be a huge play.
Tyler Van Dyke having a good game. 6 for 8 with a touchdown. In the shotgun set right here. Chaney in the backfield looking for a little bit of work. Got a whole audible adjustment right here with about 10 seconds left on the play clock. Tennessee realigns twice now and presses up to the line of scrimmage. Now dropping back under 5. And then Chaney's going to take a draw up the middle, and he's going to pick up 11 for another first down.
Yeah, that's the run game right there, and it's still showing, it's still rearing its head there. And that's the scary part. When they run north and south, Chaney can get going, and if he gets going, Tennessee's going to have to buckle up their chin straps.
Yeah, that was a very productive run for the alignment that Tennessee had. So their defensive coordinator not happy with that production from Miami on that play and what they got out of the defenders on that play. 4-down lineman look, got a tight end to the right, from the right hash this time. Van Dyke hitting that halfback. And what a tackle by big number 21 to prevent Chaney, because he had nothing but green grass in front of him.
Yeah, the absolute perfect style of shoestring tackle. I can't believe he brought him down there because you said it, George. He had miles of acres right there to just continue to run. Just great play there. We're going to probably look back, and that's going to be one of the key plays.
Beautifully said. That's absolutely right. I mean, and that would have been another score right before the end of the first quarter, which definitely does something to the game when you could score right before a quarter ends. But 2nd and 15 right here, as that was a 5-yard loss. From the left hash, Van Dyke and Chaney in the backfield from the shotgun set. And that's going to be Gouchley LaFleur. He gets smacked, a big smack by number 33. But Gouchley LaFleur gets all the yards back that they needed. And now it's 3rd and 1.
Yeah, I love that concept. A dig route is what's it called, right? It's a deep in route. And just an incredible throw. That's a tough throw, and Tyler Van Dyke is really good at it.
Squeezed it right in between the corner and the safety there. Good play. And this is a fullback, tight end, converted fullback. Al Pacino called his name for a touchdown earlier, or a big play earlier, and he's going to pick up the first down. So it's 14-14. If you thought that the number 8 team was going to be tied with the unranked Tennessee team here in Miami, man, you really know how to pick your games. You know, pick some winners for me, because I would have not expected this. But we got a great matchup as Miami is starting to smell the red zone, but still needs another first down to reach it. You got that offset power eye right there. Under center, Van Dyke drops back 3, now 5. Hits the tight end in the angle route, and Pacino picks up about 15 yards right there. First down inside the red zone, comes up fired up.
Yeah, when you grade efficiency, Pacino's always going to be up there. He's one of their favorites, and, you know, with that fullback tight end hybrid, he's doing really good at his position.
We're going to go no huddle, same formation. Tennessee's making an adjustment here on the fly. Now we got a wide receiver starting to... Oh, and wow, Van Dyke takes the hit of the game so far, folks. Getting up very slow and wobbly after that one.
Just a smack right there. A great blitz by Tennessee. We've been seeing a lot of those man blitzes. They're bringing 6, 7 people, and just a huge hit on the quarterback. We're lucky to see Tyler Van Dyke get back up.
Looked like a jailbreak right there. Two guys were bearing down on him, and he tried to get the ball out quickly, but man, they were like sitting in the huddle on that one. They were back there quick, and took a lot of wind out of the electric air tonight from this crowd on that play. We got a tight end to the left, fullback in the I formation, under center. Van Dyke drops back 3, now 5, now a couple more. Finds that tight end as he crosses in after first going out. And that's a good gain right there, leading to a 3rd and 2.
Yeah, every time Tennessee feels like they're pushing Miami back, Miami takes 2 steps forward, and now it's a 3rd and 2. A great play there, and Pimpchino is showing that he's going to be an X factor tonight.
Double tight, you hear the call, but it's that tight set right here with 2 wideouts balanced from the right hash right here. Van Dyke from under center faces the blitz, and that should have been picked off by Charles. I think that's his second deflection, probably his second drop of the day. That's going to be 4th and 2.
He basically ran the drag route for that receiver. That could have been 6 going the other way. And George, you said it. Just another one, another drop pick.
Going to be a 4th and 2. We see the field goal unit on the field. Tennessee not trusting it as they're still in a defensive formation. But the kick is up. The kick is good and regains the lead for Miami. They have 17-14 right here with 6:11 left to play in the second quarter.
Yeah, that interception is going to loom big. You take points off the board. You get your offense back on the field. And Miami survives, get themselves 3.
Yeah, and I got to get back to it, even though this return, let me get this return in here. Okay, not going to be returned perfect. So how about that halfback screen with that, the halfback screen that got blown up with the Superman tackle? Donald Chaney probably should have had a touchdown on that play, but never really got out in the open, got stuck in the mud a little bit, and the D tackle was able to pick him up, number 21. Big play. And then the drive continues with great plays by Pimpchino, but then Van Dyke takes a big hit, and then Charles can't seal the deal, but slows him down enough to get the 3 points only.
Yeah, and that's what we're seeing, right? Big play for Tennessee, and then a bigger play for Miami.
Yeah, and now we got 3 wides to the right. It looks like man coverage to me. It looks like press man to me. But this is the first handoff in a while to Jabari Small. I thought we were going to see a pass out of that play. We saw a run, 2nd and 5.
Yeah, this is something that we both feel Tennessee needs to do to keep this Miami offense off the field. And we're barely seeing the first handoff here in the second quarter.
Yeah, maybe playing a little bit of ball control, although there's a lot of time left on the clock. Might be a little bit early to be doing that, so I could be wrong on that. But we see a 3-down lineman look, trips to the left. Hooker from the shotgun is going to hand it off to Small, and they are going to converge on him in the backfield after a TFL of 1. 3rd and 6. A little bit less conventional for Tennessee, given their typical offense, to have 2 running plays back to back. Now looking more like a passing type situation. And Miami had adjusted on their first play, and maybe they're going to go back to their coverage style defense here, as they're probably going to be expecting a pass.
Yeah, this is where Miami shines. They should watch for this pass rush.
Really tight press coverage everywhere, except for that slot receiver on the left. And he's running a drag route crossing, and we're going to find Tillman, and that's a quick man beater right there. That quick slant is delivered accurately, and Hendon Hooker got it off with facing a lot of pressure, but picks up a 1st down.
Yeah, had a guy right in his vicinity. He was standing strong in the pocket. He knew he was going to take one in the chin, and he made sure that he let it rip. 1st down. Big play.
Right in the center of the field right here at about the 39-yard line. See Tillman in motion. Hooker dropping back. Just a quick 3-step drop. Can't find anything on time. And the defensive end gets in there, drops him for a 9-yard loss.
Yeah, there's that man, number 16, a crowd favorite here. Specta coming in there, getting the sack, and that's one of the big ones right now. Second and 19. That's a huge, huge play because every time Tennessee gets pushed back behind the chains, we see them kind of force throws, and this is going to be a dangerous one.
Looking like an award winner on that one. Got in there, shot out of a cannon. See the safeties come up again. Hendon Hooker dropping back, and he's going to face pressure this time from the right side, and he's going to go down for another 10-yard loss.
George, they're starting to pin their ears back. Now 10 sacks on the year. That's Chief doing dabs there. Just an incredible move to get himself free. Third and 29. This is a very, very tough position to be in.
3rd and 29 from their own 19. My oh my, has the down and distance changed in only 2 plays. And they are definitely facing the gun right here. Got a no one in the backfield, 5 wide look. And they're going to deliver a deep ball. And there's a safety to come over the top. That is Blades. Is that Al Blades Jr.?
Yeah, that's a royal family here in the Miami area. I tell you what, 3rd and 30. I really wish the Eagles played that type of coverage right there, but we gave it up early in the season. So I knew Coach Revamp wasn't going to give up a 3rd long that well.
Emotional damage still lingering here in the booth, folks. 4th and 29. We're going to see the punt unit. Tennessee trying to get a good one here. Man, this looks like a big return starting to happen as Gucci LaFleur is able to find some blocking. Starts off to the left, now down the right sideline, finding even more blocking. Step back, Cheese is filthy. Brings it all the way to the 21-yard line. And they're already at the red zone knocking.
George, as soon as we saw that camera angle flip, I know you and I saw the same thing. No white jerseys even near. That
Nowhere
was gonna
close.
be a good return. Yeah,
They were
that was
nowhere
tough.
close, Daddy. You said it, man. I saw nothing but black jerseys. I said, this looks like a big return for Miami, and it proved true. Done really well right there. Gucci LaFleur, even though he doesn't have the same receiving yards as he normally does in his normal workload, his return efforts and contributions have been huge. Setting up right here on the right hash. Got a tight end to the right, 2 wideouts to the left. That's going to be a counter to Donald Chaney, and he's not going to get tackled until he gets first down yardage. Didn't see anybody until the safety stepped up.
Yeah, that's the counter play right there, and that's the strong running. He got tackled 2 yards before the first down,
And that's a
his
problem.
strength got him the first down.
That's a problem. Tennessee's got to fix that. If that's able to run the way that Van Dyke's been running this offense, it's going to get ugly. Donald Chaney showing his speed to the outside on a sweep. Shotgun formation sweep, and Donald Chaney in the end zone once again. And now Miami's going to be up 10 with 3 minutes left.
Yeah, that is right there why you can't give them any help. The bad punt there gave them short field position and just an easy walk-in touchdown for that run.
Really, really fall from grace right here from Tennessee as their first defensive play from scrimmage. They forced a turnover and gave their offense the ball inside the 20-yard line. Tennessee was able to score in 2 plays to a quick 7-0 lead. And since that time, they've been outscored 24-7.
Yeah, the turnovers and the pass rush are something we talked about, and right now those 2 things are sticking out there. And we really hope to see Tennessee kind of slow themselves down. They're still in this game, George. They don't need a pressure or anything, so we're going to see how they react.
Got 4 wideouts right here. 2 to the right are in tight towards each other. Hooker with time to pass this time. He's going to throw a pick. We saw a pick on a similar route earlier in this game, and that's going to be their second pick on the day. Same type of route, same type of timing, and he's going to jump in front of that one. And the crowd is really pumped up as they're looking for more.
Yeah, Uncle Luke playing on the speakers, and the Hendon Hooker, a lot of sugar and spice with Hendon Hooker. You got your yards, you got your touchdowns, but those picks, those interceptions are the scary ones to see. And unfortunately, right there, try to force that corner out.
Miami really rocking and rolling. The Tennessee defense being thrown out there again with a short field once again. I formation with 2 wideouts to the left. This is looking like a run to the right all the way. Get somebody on the edge, defend that edge. So it's a pass. It's a fake run. There's no one open, so he's going to throw it out of bounds. And since they're saying he was still in the tackle box, that's going to be an intentional grounding, leading to 2nd and 26.
Yeah, that's a tough play there. Very uncharacteristic of Tyler Van Dyke, but a good job by that man-to-man defense. Just a tough situation there.
Really aggressive play call there to go with the play action. And we're now around the 50-yard line. We were in the red zone a second ago. 4 wide out look here. Van Dyke, he's going to be dropped down after a 10-yard sack.
George, number 21 again. Thomas right there. He beat the center one-on-one, played in the nose tackle position, and just when you get pressure up the middle, it does not look good. 3rd and 36. George, we've had 2 3rd and 30s already.
There's not many plays on the play sheet for this type of situation. The down and distances, you're putting your offense in at a risk position here by trying to get it all. Let's see what they come up with.
Unless you're the Cowboys. George.
Híjole. Emotional damage. And he's going to get back most of it. Might be in field goal range, actually. Pro kicker could probably kick it from there. Got it up to the 35. Might be a long kick for a college kid. But 4th and 14, still a long 4th down.
Yeah, if there's anyone that can make it, it's Borregales. He's got a huge leg there, and Miami loves their specialists. So, this is definitely doable for him.
Just under 2 minutes left now to play. Miami really taking the time down here. Yeah, and he's going to line up for a 52-yard field goal. Tennessee with the timeout call. They're going to try to... I don't know if icing is engaged with this much time left.
Yeah, they might want a returner back there. They might feel like it's going to be, it might be short for them. But I'll tell you what, he's got plenty of leg in that body right there.
They do have one guy back deep, but they're looking like they're trying to block this. Well, the kick is up, and it is not straight down the middle, but that is still good from distance. He can kick it from longer, folks. The kick is good, and Miami's going to be up by 13.
Yeah, that is an All-American kicker right there that was booting that one away, and just an incredible play there. And way to take the points.
Yeah, all started with their 2nd defensive INT of the game, and the Hurricanes going to be on defense here, going to look for more, try to close the door in this one in the first half. But Tennessee, really scrappy team that has a lot of weapons on offense and probably is going to look to the air to get back into this one. Touchdown really sets them up nicely, as they will get the ball. They will receive the ball in the second half to open up the second half.
Yeah, and on the flip side of that, they did throw that interception, but holding Miami to 3 was really important there, and that's exactly what they did. If they get points here, George, this game's completely flipped.
Yeah, Tennessee has held Miami twice, and then also had a turnover to start the game. Man, that is the tightest press coverage I've ever seen in my life. Hendon Hooker throwing it up deep. That's Hyatt, folks, and he's got too much speed. He roasts the defender, number 2. Number 2 able to regain just enough to make a tackle at the 30-yard line.
Yeah, that is something we need to see out of Tennessee much more. If they press you, just let it rip. Let those kids go get under it.
We got trips right again right here from the right hash. Tight press coverage once again. They're really running after Hooker's face, but he's able to throw it to Holiday, and Holiday with his 2nd big catch of the game. The first one was a touchdown. He's a little bit shorter of that one, but that might be better for game management, taking a little bit more time off the clock. He reaches a 1st and goal at the 9.
Absolute picture perfect pocket presence. Stepped up, rusher right off the right side of his shoulder, tucked the ball away, threw the slant. Beautiful.
You got trips to the right. Hooker and Shoddy. Small with him on the left hip. You got a 4-down lineman look from Miami. That pass rush might be coming here, folks. They might send more than 4 here. Game clock really ticking away. Nice blitz pick. Nice job by the left tackle. I think if Hendon Hooker would have went to the left right there, he gets in. But this maybe takes a little bit more time off the clock.
Yeah, if he just runs straight, he trusts his blockers. He's walking to the end zone. He may take a hit here, but I agree. Maybe he's trying to drain the clock a little bit more.
Left tackle did a great job with the chop block on that one. Let's see what he cooks on this one. Got trips right on the right hash. Same thing. Everybody's the same. Got the user middle linebacker right there. Safety, actually, probably. Hendon Hooker surveying the field, and he's going to find Fant. Princeton Fant, is it? Preston Fant? Little curl route right there. Gets in for a big Tennessee touchdown.
Yeah, this is exactly what they needed. That's a tough play to guard. The stick play. You know, you got someone short, someone forcing your corner deep, someone forcing your corner to the outside. It's a really tough play to defend. A perfect goal line play, and good job by Hendon Hooker pulling the trigger.
Miami's got 3 timeouts, but 28 seconds only on the clock. They're going to have to stretch it and maybe play the outside, maybe pick up some first downs to be able to do this one. This one's going to be returnable by Gucci LaFleur, and you really got to cover this man. He's had 2 big returns. Great coverage on that one, bringing him down at the 13 before he gets started.
Yeah, the Tennessee sideline is erupting with just pure momentum. That's exactly what you wanted to do. And putting him behind the 20 kind of guarantees that Miami might not take a shot, but it is Coach Revamp, so we don't know.
We're going to see an empty set right here. I don't think John Chaney's even on the field. From the left hash right here. 3 down linemen rushing for, and the Volunteers almost get home with just 3. And they're able to close the gap. Number 7 drops the ball. That looked like a big gain right there. It's going to be completed. Contact maybe jarred that ball loose.
Yeah, I was about to say, contact may have made that ball throw a little bit shorter. He got hit right on the backside of that throw. That follow through is super important for those deep throws. And we're seeing that this 3-man rush is getting home.
Left hash once again, empty backfield again. 3 down lineman not quite getting home right now. Van Dyke breaks way out of the pocket. He's going to try to pick this up with his legs, and he will pick it up with his legs. Doesn't even get hit. Still got 3 timeouts. Short gain. Not a lot of time left. Maybe enough time for 3 more plays. Got a good kicker that kicked a long one earlier. If you could get a few more yards out of a couple more plays, you might be able to walk away with 3 right here. 9 first downs now for Miami. From the right hash this time. 3D linemen are pinched in right here. User over there on Young. He's drifting away to his left this time. Van Dyke trying to find. Banks is going to step up, and he's going to have to slide down with 3 seconds left. We're going to see our last play of the first half right here. Good defense by Tennessee.
Yeah, that's exactly what you want. You want to keep everything in front of you. Run deep. Don't worry about it. If they're going to take a shot, they're going to take a shot. Just keep everything in front of you.
This would need to be a 70-yard play. Van Dyke pump fakes, trying to, and he barely gets that ball off, and that's going to be incomplete. Maybe looking for Pimpchino on that one, not sure. But that's going to expire the half right here. We're going to look at some team stats really fast. That rushing game really being a difference right now in this game. Got 2 TDs for Miami. Passing game in Tennessee is keeping them in this one, especially on 3rd downs at 75%. Both teams really good in the red zone, but the turnovers is a difference right now.
Yeah, we're seeing every aspect of the game for both teams play a big part. Negatively, special teams for Tennessee-wise, huge positives for Miami and their special teams. But, you know, those turnovers are looming, and Tennessee and their bend-don't-break defense, they're stingy. There's a lot of momentum in Tennessee right now. You know, they're getting stud recruits. Everyone wants to go to Tennessee right now. Coach Klink and those NIL deals are bumping, and they're popping off right now. And I'm telling you right now, there's a buzz, and they're playing like it today.
Another interesting fact here is that Hendon Hooker, efficiency wise, he's 8 for 14. Not a lot of incompletions and 3 touchdowns, but those 2 interceptions making it a little bit more of a mixed bag, especially when those 2 interceptions came on kind of the same style throw, same kind of corner route, being picked off in the same part of the ballpark.
Yeah, and you know, George, and a big way to stop and limit those interceptions is you have to trust the run game. Right now, they have -8 yards, mainly because of the sacks that they've taken.
Yeah.
But the thing is you can't only have 6 carries and expect to get in a shootout with the number 8 team in the nation. You just can't hang with teams when you're 1-8, they're 7-2, and you think you can get in shootouts. That's a tough situation. You got to get the run game going. You have to try your best to get a run game going.
Tennessee going to return this kickoff. With his back foot on the end zone back line. Going to get started here at the 25-yard line. Crowd definitely went in and powdered their nose as they're making a ton of noise right now.
That is exactly what Miami's known for.
3 down linemen look for the Hurricanes. Pinch towards the middle. Hendon Hooker starting off with a pass. Doesn't have the time to pass, but somehow finds Holiday for a first down. There was a defensive end screaming around the edge right there. I didn't think he was going to get that ball off. Still might have even taken a hit.
Yeah, that defensive end just beat his man out right off the edge. He knew exactly where he was going to go. He found his target, and you know Tennessee starting off the second half with that with the short pass game there.
Almost the right hash right here. You got 3 wideouts to the right. One of them a tight end. That's Fant in the slot. Adjustment right here. It's going to be a handoff to Small. He's going to break through the middle. Picks up about 7.
Yeah, that inside zone. That's how you stop. You know those outside overhanging defenders. You just run it right up the gut. You make sure your big boys get locked up, and a good run there by Small.
Four down linemen look here. Same formation for Tennessee. Hooker drops back to pass 5. And that's going to hit the defender in the back of the jersey, right where his name is. That's Stevenson. 3rd and 3.
Yeah, good man-to-man pressure right there. They did a good job locking up. All those short routes are starting to get pinned in, and that's exactly what you want to do. You want to make sure that you earn or you force Tennessee to earn those short yards.
4 down lineman look again. 1 linebacker for Miami. Tight press coverage, man everywhere. Holiday gets another grab right there and another Tennessee first down.
Yeah, gutsy throw there. He had to throw it high and away from that Miami defender, and Holiday bailing him out.
Hooker facing a lot of pressure, staying in the pocket and delivering the ball. More of a balanced set this time, still out of shotgun. Hooker drops back 3 to pass, delivers a quick one to Hyatt. Hyatt breaks 1 tackle, but the second tackler able to bring him down. Big gain of about 20 right there.
Yeah, that's an impressive throw. Deep out route right there. He had kind of a comeback route. He sat down. Good job by Hyatt, though.
From the right hash once again, Hooker making a couple adjustments. Hooker surveys the field, has good pass pro, finds Small out of the backfield. Inside leverage, gets a first down inside the 10. Inside the 5.
Yeah, inside the 5. And I know I asked for Tennessee to run the ball more, but if they're playing this efficiently with the pass game and they're not forcing throws, hey, man, keep it up.
Crowd getting really, really quiet out here. Might need another bump. Still a 3 down lineman look. 4 wides. Hooker's going to keep it. And he's going to trot it to the end zone for a touchdown. Tennessee regains the lead.
Yeah, massive drive by Tennessee right there. That's how you come back in the second half, and they're about to be up on the number 8 team in the nation right here.
Extra point team is out. Milton with the hold. Kicked right up the middle, and Tennessee regains the lead for the first time since the opening possession of the football game. The very dangerous Grucci LaFleur standing back there, but this one might not be returnable as McGrath really puts his foot into that one. And Miami's going to start off with their first possession of the second half at the 25-yard line.
Yeah, that's how you neutralize an explosive returner right there, and you just kick it out of the end zone. And right here, the pressure's pretty much fully on Miami right now. They have to answer back. You're the number 8 team in the nation, so you're supposed to do as far as have pure success. So let's see what they come out here. It's going to be pretty interesting to see.
Both units approach the ball. 3 down lineman look. Tight end to the left. Jet motion action. Oh, and we got a halfback screen, and Donald Chaney has found green pastures on the right sideline. Makes another man miss. And that's a big user gain across the 50 up to about the 45.
Yeah, that is a filthy play call. I absolutely had me fooled. I thought he was going to the screen to the left, and just beautiful play design, beautiful execution. Good job on those fatties getting up there and getting those blocks.
Crowd really liked that play. You got trips to the right. There's going to be a counter play to the left. Chaney makes evil moves, and he is in green.
Lord.
And that's going to be a touchdown, folks.
Oh, Filthy, George. Filthy.
Corner and safety both had an opportunity to tackle him, but the edge set really well right there by the tight end, taking that defensive end out of the play right there. And Miami's going to regain the lead temporarily by 5. We'll see what they do with the point after.
Yeah, interesting here to see what they're going to choose and what they're deciding to go for. But on the flip end of that is that's exactly the drive that you expect to have.
Got the extra point team out, and they are going to kick it right up the. And that's going to be good for a 6-point lead now for Miami. So Donald Chaney really featured on the screen pass and then on the counter run. And in 2 plays, Miami is able to regain the lead after Tennessee moved the ball all the way down the field and had secured the lead, but that lead's gone now.
Yeah, I didn't expect a barn burner that we're getting right now, but we are definitely getting an NWO trademark slobber knocker type game right now.
4 wideouts, balanced set here. Well, one of them's a tight end. That's Fant over there on the right, but he's a lot. He's in these 4 wideout looks a lot. At Holiday in the left slot. Hooker drops back to pass, and he's going to test the defense. Doesn't have the time that he needs. Had safety help over the top, both sides on that one. And the defensive ends just have a meeting right there at Hendon Hooker, dropping him back for a 10-yard sack.
Yeah, you said it exactly right. When you see both your defensive ends win and meet at the quarterback, it is a beautiful sight for defense and a vicious sight for that offensive line coach from Tennessee.
Yeah, Tennessee tried to make them pay on that one and just didn't have the pass protection from the 2 book ends right there to make them pay. 2nd and 20 right here. Hooker receives the ball, and he's going to get sacked.
No.
Left tackle completely whiffs right there. That's Dark Spectre on the sack.
Yeah, when you have an All-American like Chief doing dabs on one side, you're going to get a lot of one-on-one matchups, and Spectre is taking advantage of those, and he is racking up the stats. Another 3rd and 30.
And this is a real difficult situation. If you take another sack like that, you might have a safety on your hands. And that's almost what we saw right there as Dark Spectre got in there once again, this time against Milton. So Hendon Hooker might not even be healthy enough to finish this game. 4th and 30 at the 5.
George, if that's the case, that is a very, very big turn of events for Tennessee. Milton's got the guy. He's got the arm strength. He has a rocket launcher, but his accuracy is very tough.
Max protect look here, as he is standing on nearly the back of his end zone.
This crowd is bumping, George.
And Gucci LaFleur looks like he might have another chance to take one. Starts off to the right, goes over to the left, makes 1 guy miss, makes 2, makes 3, makes 4. 5th guy gets him down. And I don't know why Rocky Top is playing. It doesn't make sense to me, but we're at the 29-yard line.
Yeah, they must be absolutely pissed because they're trying to quiet down this crowd, but that was just insane. Gucci LaFleur is a cheat code, and we're seeing it.
He's got to have over 100 yards in the return game today for sure. He had 1 of 50 and then a couple more big ones.
Yeah, he might be put on the Heisman watch after this game because he's balling out.
Counter right here for Chaney. Chaney showing his speed, and he's probably going to get into the tackle right there by number 14 at about the 4-yard line.
Yeah, that man he's another cheat code, I guess. I don't know what to say. Chaney's just fast, strong, great play there.
Gonna go no huddle right here, not give the defense a chance to make an adjustment. Try the counter that time to the left on the field side. Drop back in the backfield for a loss.
Yeah, it's rare that we've seen this counterplay get negative yards. Tennessee's done a good job on it. What they need to do right here is they need to buckle up, man. If they can stop and force another three, it's going to be massive. But you don't want to give Miami a two possession lead.
This all was set up by the defense of Miami, consecutive sack plays, and a big kick return by LaFleur. Chaining the single back right there. Trips to the right. Van Dyke's back to pass. And he's going to find, it's that Chaney over the middle. About 1 yard short of a TD right there, 3rd and goal.
Yeah, and that was an impressive play. I thought he was going to force that throw. Great patience by TVD there. And, an even better tackle to force a 1 yard line, attempt right here. But, I'm expecting maybe a fullback dive here, And I know that's a popularity thing right now.
See 3 tight ends there in the huddle. One of them does feature at fullback. Got a 4-down lineman look here from Tennessee. Big goal line set here. 74 tackle out there. Now lined up as a split end. Got number 21, and he's going to find the speed and the edge, and that's a big touchdown there for Miami. Stretches it out to 12 momentarily.
Yeah, I thought number 74 was gonna completely sell on that play, but it ended up working out the best because that fullback Pimp Chino just did a great block there, and incredible play.
Miami's defense really setting up that score with the all the yards lost on all the big sacks by their defensive linemen. Flying around that corner, we're going to get another chance to see it again here as Miami's really pinning their ears back, like you mentioned earlier. Tennessee's forced into probably throwing their way out of this one. Still a lot of time left if you get the ground game going, but you're going to have to also slow down Miami from scoring.
Yeah, not only that, George, is we still don't see number 5 out there on the field. Right now we're seeing Milton in the huddle. That is the biggest storyline so far right now.
Milton in shotgun with Small next to him. Pressure immediately on that right side. Chief doing dabs in on that one. Forces an incomplete pass, throwaway.
Yeah, Milton's built like a superhero. I'll tell you that right now. But you don't want any free runs. And number 5 is running back on the field, so good news there for Tennessee.
Second and 10 here. Hooker drops back. He's hit as he tries to fire the ball. That's going to lead to 3rd and 10.
Yeah, your quarterback steps back on the field after an injury, and the first play is a smack. That's tough to see right there. I know the coaching staff was holding their breath there. Wow.
Throws a ball up to wide receiver. Can't high point the ball as contact jars the ball out and leads to a 4th and 10. Might need to go for it here, but if you don't convert, it might be the dagger that puts you out.
Yeah, you gotta play the percentages, right? And giving the ball back to them at the 25 is dangerous. Put it away. Your defense has been doing a good job of forcing them. Let them earn a full field. And play the numbers. Enjoy your defense going out there and try your best not to give them the ball with a short field.
Gonna see the punt here. Trust the defense. It's not gonna be returned, and the ball actually just dies. Actually, somebody does pick it up, and now he's making some moves. Brings it all the way back to the 30-yard line.
Yeah, that's a gutsy play there by Miami, but as long as it's not Gucci LaFleur returning that one, I think you're in good hands.
Van Dyke just able to get away from pressure on that one. Delivers a halfback screen to Cheney. Cheney's able to pick up 5 out of it.
Yeah, the speed of Cheney and those blockers getting out there had Tennessee defenders diving all over the place, but good start for both teams there. Not a big play given up when you usually look for a big play on those screens.
Definitely had a couple big plays out of that a little bit earlier. So does the offensive philosophy change for Miami now that they've got some points, or are they still looking to pedal the metal and score as much as they can?
It's going to be the Cheney show. He's the MVP so far of this game right now. Give him the rock, however it is, in the air, through the ground. You want to block for him. You don't want to see exactly what just happened right there happen. But let Cheney work, man, and keep racking up those yards.
3rd and 6 right here. Tennessee looking to force a punt, get the ball back right before the end of the 3rd quarter. Van Dyke from the shotgun makes one adjustment, finds a crossing route right over the middle. That's Gucci LaFleur lined up on the right side this time, crossing over to the middle and picks up a big first down for Miami.
Beautiful catch and run, and that's who you want to make sure you put the ball in the right spot. Let him run it around there. Beautiful.
No huddle right here. We got 2 tight ends, balanced set right here in the middle, right at the 49-yard line of the Volunteers. Volunteers still staying with that 3-down lineman look, backing off pressure now. Hand off to Cheney on the counter run, finds a space on the outside. Good tackle right there by 24. Prevents Cheney from getting anything more. We've seen him bounce outside for more than that, but still a 7-yard pickup.
Yeah, I don't know how they keep getting that counter off, but it is beautiful. Beautiful seeing that O-line block.
All the defense really stacking the line of scrimmage right here. And that's going to make Van Dyke adjust something over there on the right side. Now Tennessee backs up. 5 seconds left. Last play of the 3rd quarter. Going to hit that corner route. Tight end. Corner route right there. Big play right there by Pimchino. Now smelling the red zone. Into the 4th quarter now. Tennessee really needing a stop right here. They're already down by 13. If they give up even a field goal right here, that'll take it to a 3-possession game, which might be too much.
Yeah, you got to force a turnover here. You got to make sure you get something out of it too.
Handoff counter run. Cheney makes one man miss, breaks it back to the inside, and Young able to bring him down after 4. They're going to go no huddle right here. Not really caring about killing the clock. Keeping in their offense, staying true to what got them here. All the way up to the number 8 ranking. Van Dyke making one adjustment right there. Great ball right there to the tight end. And now that's a school passing TD record for 29 on the season for Van Dyke.
Yeah, that was a filthy throw. Great route. And we finally see a Will Mallory sliding there. And the big guy gets it in, rumbles in. Great play. And now, barring this extra point, up at 20.
Yeah. We've seen Miami score this amount of points earlier this season. They put a big offensive explosion together against Michigan for just about the same points that we're looking at right now. But with 6 minutes left, I wonder how many points they could score in this one. if Tennessee's not able to take some time off or get into the end zone, start matching them. Holiday brings it
Yeah,
out of the end zone, and that's up to the 22.
yeah, and I think that's the crucial part, right? Is how Tennessee plays this. You know, do they continuously force the ball? You know, do they have turnovers here? You know, are they going to force Miami to pretty much punch it in because giving them a short field? How are they going to play this? You know, this game completely changed. It was 28-34. It felt like, you know, this game was right in the grasp for Tennessee, and Miami's offense is just exploding here in the second half.
Yeah, and I think you fire the punter at this point. Hooker drops back to pass. Quick strike over there to the left side. Hits the defender right in the belly. Drops for an incomplete pass.
Yeah, just absolutely beautiful man coverage there, and you know, this has kind of been the story of the Tennessee Volunteers this year. You know, it's tough. They're explosive. They're really talented. You know, it's just how do they finish games, and right now we're seeing Miami just kind of take advantage of that.
Motion from the halfback. Now Hooker's breaking out of the pocket. Can't find anybody deep. The halfback just stays there. And he's gonna be forced out of bounds, and that's gonna be 3rd and 18.
Yeah, that was another scary good, you know, man coverage there, and you know, unfortunately right now for Tennessee, they look a little bit, you know, wounded. You know, their quarterbacks are a little bit beat up right now, but you know, we're gonna see how they're gonna try to pull their way out of this game with some positives.
From the right hash this time. Trips left. 2 wideouts to the right. Hooker drops back to pass. Those defensive ends have too much speed for those tackles. Hooker's super frustrated. He can't survey the field with no time to pass right there. 4th and 18.
Yeah, they're George. They're pinning their ears back, and I mean like they are flying. They were untouched. Yeah, that was crazy.
Tennessee's going to punt this ball. Punter standing on their own goal line. Doesn't get all the leg into that one. Gucci LaFleur at the 45, the 50, the 45. He's going to be dragged down at about the 43.
Yeah, a lot of those straight directional punts are really backfiring on Tennessee today, and you know, Gucci's well over 150 yards on the return game right there, and he's showing his worth for this Miami roster.
Van Dyke out there in the shotgun formation with Chaney. Got the tight end to the left. Motion here from the wide out. It's going to be a handoff to Chaney. Chaney's able to make a couple of guys miss, but now they're able to find the edge. Good run support on that one, 2nd and 11.
Yeah, good job making something out of nothing. You know, at least almost getting back to the line of scrimmage. It's really important when you're trying to just kind of burn the clock through. And this is kind of a tough situation for Miami, right? I mean, you're you're looking to drain clock, but you don't want to get too predictable. So let's see how creative they can get doing that.
Pro set right here. Seen this a lot today. Chaney finds the edge. Superman tackle gets him. Tackle for loss right there, 3rd and 16.
Yeah, that's the beautiful diving tackle. I'm a huge fan of that animation. I know not everyone is, but just absolutely beautiful there. Big third down.
3rd and 16, pretty much a obvious passing situation. Might look to get Chaney the ball right here in a screen pass. Could go to LaFleur on this one. Definitely out of field goal range at this point. Would need probably at least 10 to 15 more yards to be in field goal. Maybe about 10 yards to be in field goal range. See a pump fake. Van Dyke going deep across the middle. He's going to find his target. That's Gucci LaFleur. Big gain right there. Actually, it's not Gucci LaFleur. Number 1 with that one. That's Slim Thug.
Yeah, George, that was beautiful to get it over the linebacker and underneath the safety on 3rd and 16. That is ridiculously beautiful, and that's kind of the tale of these quarterbacks. On one side, yes, you have the yardage with Hendon Hooker, and on the other side you have the efficiency of Tyler Van Dyke.
4 wides right here. I smell a counter run. Oh, Donald Chaney takes it up the middle that time for about 6 yards.
Yeah, as a Spencer Sanders Heisman voter, I really hope Cheney kind of slows it down a bit because he's looking scary today.
Definitely the man in here in Miami today. Although Van Dyke's put together a good game himself. But shout out to the edge defenders for Miami, too. Putting that constant clamp pressure in the Tennessee offensive backfield all throughout the second half. There's the counter run we were looking for, and Chaney able to make several guys
Just
miss.
ridiculous. He's just too good, George. He's just too good.
.55 Miami, 28 Tennessee. Tennessee with Hyatt back there deep. Not going to be returnable anyways. From the 25-yard line, Tennessee is going to have their first play from scrimmage on this possession. One hot route being made there. Hendon Hooker finally getting some time to pass, but it disappears quickly as Chief Doing Dabs applies the pressure. Incomplete pass, 2nd and 10. Still at the 25.
Yeah, we're starting to see Tennessee kind of try to force everything deep right now. Those defensive ends are pinning their ears back. The defensive line is just absolutely, just obliterating this pass rush right now. It's getting a little bit tough for Tennessee here. We're gonna see how they can try to keep the ball moving without getting anybody, hurt.
Another defensive end meeting at Hooker there. Able to get that one off, though, for a gain of 6 to Tillman. Going to go no huddle right here by Tennessee. Quick drag route right there by Hyatt. Hyatt picks up the first down.
Yeah, just an absolute wallop there on Hyatt.
Good to see Hyatt line back up for the next play. He's going to go out real wide here. Hendon Hooker throwing over the middle. Another dropped INT by Miami. Looking for the crossing route right there.
Yeah, Miami's playing their man defense, and this is Revamp's patented man defense. They're playing really, really well, and all these man beater routes that you're expecting to break open are open for a split second and immediately taken away, and it's impressive to see.
Second and 10. Hooker making those last couple adjustments. Time to pass on this one. Throws it up to McCoy. McCoy climbs a ladder and brings down the user catch.
Yeah, we actually got really good protection on that throw, and that's good to see. You know, these tackles aren't giving up just yet.
3 minutes left to play in this one. Hooker taking a big shot over the middle. Or I'm sorry, over the sideline. And that's going to be picked off. That's going to be the third interception for Miami. User pick.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful over the shoulder interception there, as everyone likes to call. You know, that Willie Mays type pick. You'd like to see Hendon Hooker just rip it into the end zone, but just a tough throw. You know, you can't fault him for that. He's trying to make something happen, and Miami is going to look, barring an absolute cataclysmic collapse. Miami's going to come out of here with a win.
Yeah, I don't think the Indianapolis Colts are on the field today, are they?
I personally don't see them. Thank God.
And Donald Chaney just continuing to add up these yards. Donald Chaney with the counter. Tries to find some more space up the middle and gets punished on that one.
Yeah, huge hit on Cheney there. And George, this is setting up a big matchup for Miami next week as they're going to Waco and they're going to play the Baylor Bears. And there's a little bit of history there between two of the coaches. You know, they used to coach at OU, they used to coach at Texas, so it's going to be an interesting matchup there.
And it is pronounced Waco. It's not pronounced Wacko.
That is correct. I would personally call it Wacko. Still, my vote for the ugliest uniforms in the NWO. But we're gonna go ahead and ignore that.
The gold and green doesn't do it for you?
You know, it's just the way they designed it. It's just absolutely horrendous. And even the
Wow.
old gold and green was horrendous. The Packers can pull it off. The Baylor Bears definitely not.
Yeah, that matchup next week might be the determining factor for the winner of the Pac-12. The Big Ten is well in hand by Oklahoma State. However, the Pac-12 still up for grabs. Victory formation right here for Miami. They're going to kneel on the ball.
Yeah, very respectful there by the Canes. And Coach Revamp, Coach Klink. They're really good buddies. They've gamed with each other and everything like that. And it's good to see that sportsmanship. Not everybody has it out there, but I'm glad these two coaches do. And it was a great game. George, I really appreciated calling with you.
Thanks for jumping in, Danny. I really appreciate you being here, man. Did a great job once again. Everybody stick around. We have a double header tonight. Our second matchup is going to be Oregon at Oklahoma State. That's Jimmy Two Bunts' team traveling to face off with Oklahoma State, Danny Snossage's team.
Yeah, I have a tough matchup ahead of me tonight, and I'm excited. Jimmy's been watching his film, so I absolutely love it. And I'm excited for that one. And I'm glad you're going to call it, George.
All right. And then, as tradition in NWO, we do coaches' interviews. First coach to be joining us will be the winning coach. And that's tonight's Miami's Hurricanes coach, Revamp TV. How you feeling about this win, Coach?
A good game overall. I'm proud about the second half, how we've kind of fucking made some adjustments and pretty much just locked it up. First half was shaky, but it's all about how you finish, I guess.
What did you like most about your adjustments? What did you really get going in the second half that helped you pull away?
Well, I noticed early that Clink wasn't really running the ball. There was a couple times where he did and had a little bit of success. He ran 3 times. Like I said, he wasn't really running the ball. So I started spreading my defensive line and pretty much just sending them on like an outside type of pressure to kind of keep his quarterback inside the pocket and stuff like that.
Appreciate that. I'm gonna hand you off to Danny.
Hey, coach, absolutely great win there. Tennessee came in with the number one passing offense. They were averaging, I think, 378 yards, I think. And you, of course, I know you're not going to feel like you held them because it was 266, but how did you feel about your defensive backs really stepping up today?
Like I said, I think that second half we really stepped up. First half is we were mixing so much shit up. We were running zones, we were blitzing, we were running man, and Clink was just hitting me with dinks and doinks and moving the chains and hitting me over the top. So really, like I said, it just got to the point to where I had to trust my defense, quit fucking changing and mixing shit so much, and just make the one adjustment I made. I made a couple adjustments, like I said, mainly with my defensive line, and then I kind of would like change who I'm using from time to time, depending on how he was lining up. So really, just proud of how my boys locked up and shit that second half. Clink fucking had me sweating.
Yeah, that first half was absolutely entertaining. Two more for me, I'll make them quick, but the second one being how proud of you and how fun was it seeing your defensive ends just teeing off and pretty much having a meeting at the quarterback.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, when you can get pressure with 3 people, like I said, Clink was kind of doing the same thing, but I noticed he was bringing pressure user. So he was getting pressure pretty fucking quickly. But if you can get pressure with 3 people, I mean, we all know that helps so much. So, I mean, I got to shout out to the defensive front. I mean, defensive backs held up, but if the defensive front's only giving him a couple seconds to make his reads, then, you know.
Yeah, and lastly for me, last week you had Cheney who had over 200 total yards, 117 on the ground, 110 through the air. This week, Cheney almost popped off. I think he was 9 away from 200 on the ground, and he had about 40 yards receiving. What are you feeding Cheney in that at the end of the season, he is just pulling away from everybody?
I think a lot of it is just Tyler Van Dyke's success and just our overall success in the pass game has helped him so much throughout the season. We haven't had to really rely on him this game. Clink was doing really good coverage, man, and it was fucking me up. And I had to really rely on Cheney heavy that second half. I was like, well, let's get back to our run game. Let's get back to feeding our fucking bell cow and see where it leads us.
Yeah, well, I hope you don't feed him too much. I know there's a quarterback in over there in Stillwater trying to win a Heisman, but great game, coach, and it was impressive seeing that second half, man. What a damn adjustment.
Appreciate it, fellas. I appreciate you and 49er Pimp, man. And Clink, too.
Yeah, good luck to you next week, Coach. And we're gonna be joined now by T Clink. T Clink, man, did great in the first half. What are your thoughts on the game overall?
Uh, tough one. It's a tough one. We were right there for pretty much 3 quarters, and then fourth quarter couldn't get nothing going on, and then finally, I don't know. His defensive line started getting pressure, and overall, I mean, if we don't throw those 3 picks, we could be looking at a different game.
Yeah, what was it that what was really setting the defense? What was making it hard? But what was his defense doing that was making it hard for you?
just the offensive line couldn't stop the pass rush. I mean, we gave up 5 sacks, 3 to Specta, and 1 to Chief doing dabs, and I don't know how many other pressures we had. We just didn't have the time we did in the first half.
All right. Well, you end the season with a FBS game, or actually with a non-user game, a computer game, FCS. My bad. So that's going to be a layup for you. You probably score 100,000 points. But next week you got FSU, man. What do you got to do to get this thing, get that win over the Seminoles?
We gotta play probably our best game of the year. We gotta make our decisions quick. We've gotta play our brand of football. And we've got to stop the running game. Thing we were great at the first of the year, stopping the run. We were like number 1 in the nation at one point against rush defense, and then since I think the Baylor game, just haven't been able to stop the run.
All right, Coach. Well, I appreciate everything that you did today. Thank you so much, and good luck to you the rest of the way. And here is Danny Stonciches.
Clink, I'll go ahead and ask the second one because I've been dying to ask you this question. But we'll start off with the game first and foremost. You came in with the 126th ranked rush offense. I know running the ball isn't your biggest thing. Is that going to be something that the team's going to work on? And trust me, this is going to lead into the second question. But is that something that you want to seem to work on, or are you going to stick to the air raid?
Next year, we're definitely going to work on the running game. But yeah, running games definitely get worked on during the off season, and then. But I mean, the air raid's working for us. We just got to put a little more balance into it, because it's can't get the rush that we've been getting the last few weeks. The left tackle over here is just fucking selling every game. Just not able to get enough. Everybody knows I'm gonna pass the ball, I sling it. Just what I do. But I mean, next season we definitely gonna working on that running game.
Yeah, Coach, and the reason I bring that up, and the reason I bring up a whole next year, is your rival right now is, of course, Alabama, right? And they're the number 1 recruiting class so far in the nation. You are number 2 right now, and you have some studs officially committed to Tennessee with their verbal. Of course, signing days coming up and everything like that. But how excited? I'm going to end this with a positive. How excited are you seeing that class is just continuously building?
Man, I'm excited as crap for next season. We've got a bunch of great guys coming on in. We've got speed coming on in. We've got a 98 speed running back coming in next year. A lot of great defensive players, but definitely got to finish strong in the recruiting trail this season, and hopefully we can end up with the number 1 class this year.
Yeah, honestly, Coach, if anyone's second guessing, and if you run out of scholarships, please send them down over there to Oklahoma State. We're dead last right now, and we're not looking good. But congrats on so far the great recruiting class. Hey, man, good luck next week versus Cincy. I know you guys are homies. Everyone loves it, and I appreciate you playing today, man.
I appreciate you and George calling this one. It was a fun one for sure, and I can't wait till next week. Hopefully come out dub.
All right, GG's, coaches. Thank you, guys. We're going to take a short intermission, hit you with a starting soon screen. We're going to hit Oregon and Oklahoma State after we come back. Thanks, Danny Stonciches. Thanks, Revamp TV. And thank you, T. Clink.